Hey everyone, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. We got the first introduction to the game earlier, and a little bit about Senua's mental condition, and a little introduction to combat. I think that's just a taste of what is to come. We were given a mission here, so we have Dillion's head on our waist here, on our belt. And I believe we're trying to make it to Helheim in order to find his soul for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure. And we need to pass through this door to get to the bridge and pass into Helheim. But in order to do that, we need to fight two different bosses. One is Surtr, and one is... I forget the other one's name. Was Ymir? No, Ymir sounds like someone different. Anyways, we need to fight two bosses. We're going to go for this one, the yellow dude, I believe, which was Surtr before, and see what awaits us there. Interesting game so far. Highly recommend you go play it for yourself, but if you do not have the means, definitely stick around. This game has a message.
The fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
So we found out in the last episode this game really relies on like 3D audio type thing.
Her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
I'm sure this game looks fantastic on my PC. I have not downloaded. I'm going to try to play this game as few days as possible, just kind of get it all done in a big old chunk, if I can. See that woman's face right there? The waterfall? Wonder what happens if I get closer. But it might be something that I do eventually for a replay, for the high quality.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Is that it? Guess so. Thank you, Waterfall Face. I appreciate it. Not exactly sure how that's supposed to be, but I'll take your words and assume that you are a wise, benevolent. Alright, real quick, I just want to say there was clearly two paths that I could have gone. Just real quick, because there was an up and a down way, I just want to make sure. There's a chance that this game is one of those that carries over progress even if you start a new game, because I did play a few hours of this when 2020's pandemic first started, and I wasn't going anywhere. Oh, that does lead somewhere. I didn't enjoy the game as much then because I wasn't in the right mindset for it. I was looking for more cozy stuff like Animal Crossing New Horizons, and so I didn't give the game a fair shake. Now I'm in a different mental state, and I would like to give it a try. But there's a lot here that I don't remember, even after a year of not playing it. So some of it is like, okay, yep, kind of remember this. Other parts are like, no, don't remember this at all, dog.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surtr spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
It's coming. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I always thought it was Surtr, and apparently, if this is accurate, which I'm assuming they did their own, it's Surtr, which is actually a really cool little thing that I just didn't know. You hear so much about Norse mythology and fiction in different medias, and they all have different tellings, obviously. So I don't know which one is correct and which one's not, but according to this game, it's Surtr. I'm going to try my best to pronounce it that way, since we are delving into this narrative and not just the plenty of other ones, the God of War's, Thor Ragnarok's, then really just the general tellings of Norse mythology. How's it getting dark? That makes me a little nervous, not gonna lie. Shit, happening over here. Burnt bodies. Search. I should mention this is not going to be 100% Let's Play. I do not know where all the things are in this game. I do not pretend to know. This is just me kind of enjoying the game as is. If the 1000 gamer score is pretty easy when I finish the game, I will go and do a second cleanup run, or third if it requires it. But you will not see 100%. I'll be getting 1000 gamer score in this Hellblade. Ooh, that was fast. Yeah, it didn't even materialize. Guess again, my friend.
Don't let them surround you.
Is there another one? Okay, there might be another one. There's no real lock-on or anything like that. So I think I'm safe now, because the other one hasn't. Ooh.
Finish this. End it now.
Yeah. So, yeah, the camera didn't show me there was another one coming. Well, I just assumed we were safe at the moment. I'm not quite sure what some of these symbols mean, like that red thing, if that's like a blockable attack or unblockable, or like something I need to dodge. I'm just going to play the game how I need to know now, and assume I'm doing well until the game gives me any indication that I am failing, like me dying. It might be a break in their defense, something like that. Okay, and the world has become bright again. So there is this door. Are those symbols that I need to find in this world? The N and the Y. I do not know what they mean. We learned about this mechanic in the last part.
The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Alright, so in this part of the game, we need to match these symbols, find the way that they all kind of line up, like so. Obviously, there were multiple Y-type looking things, but only this one, by line of sight here, by perspective, had the little middle part sticking up. Now we need to find an N. Nice thing that I think I was seeing is, or this H thing, the game kind of like points you in the right direction in a way. Like when you get kind of close, the symbols appear in the world in her vision. So you kind of have some level idea of where you're supposed to be going. But it's up to you to kind of figure it out there. And I'm thinking this is my thing right here. The question is, what's the right angle? So it's better. That looks about right. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I was able to get it, so I will accept it. The door should be open.
Sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead.
Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
I mean, but you already walk amongst the dead. See, this is the interesting part about not finishing the game. Having a little bit of an idea of what to do, but not finishing it. I have so many questions, but I'm not so like bogged down by trying to figure out the gameplay that I can't pay attention to the story. We'll see how it goes later in the game when we get to the parts I haven't played.
I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others.
I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of?
I know it well.
and I'm still here to fight it.
Why was he here in the first place? What was he looking for? Is this a forbidden land? Like, are we not supposed to be here? It's only for those in death or those who go into hell? Like, yeah, there's so many questions. So many questions. Uh-oh, we get into darkness. So I'm assuming when the sky gets dark and the land is big darkness, those battles are going to consume. Let's just see. It's not Russian. Yep, there it is. I didn't want to rush in because, as we saw last time, they can appear and like almost attack immediately. Nope. Okay, gotta be careful about that. They can dodge my attacks as well. Oof. Okay. Does my health recharge? Okay, that's a broken attack. Gotcha. So they're introducing different mechanics now. I wonder, does my health recharge as we go on? Like if I just don't take damage, or is it you only get a certain health pool during hits? Finish him up real quick. And there's more, of course. Nearly the end, I hope so. Oh my god, they killed me. Oh, that one. Oh, get up. How do I get up? How do I get up? How do I get a second chance?
She's injured. She can speak.
Get me out of this corner, please. Okay. We know there's two of them. At least I know there's two now. Before I didn't know there was two, and I was kind of a cheap shot, I will admit. Not my favorite thing. Looks like I'm getting a bit of health. It's not as much jelly on my screen right now. Gotta be careful. Oh, I think I missed my opportunity to finish one.
Spill their blood.
Okay. I hope there's not another one. Oh no, there was another one. It's kind of hard to follow, unfortunately, this battle. Oh, okay, I can do something like that. But it's still not great, though. It's really hard to keep them all in your view. Hoping to finish off this guy. Please finish him off.
Behind you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Finish this battle, please. Alright, we're done. And we're still alive. That was a battle of the minds. We almost went down for sure, but there was a way to get back up. That was not cool. Some of those guys just coming in behind you. Not my favorite mechanic. I wish they would do like, I don't know, some kind of symbol that like, hey, something's behind you, so I at least knew of it, but that's what it is. It's over here real quick. We probably have to travel this way just to figure out the puzzle. But there is something. There it is. Okay. We found something. So this is where we need to take that simple door then. I see. Let's just go do that real quick. Doesn't look like there's anything else to discover around here. Alright, let's just figure this out then. I always like to make sure. I like to discover things in my games.
Surtr, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surtr.
Finds the fire. We already know where the sacrifice has been made. But yeah, I do like to discover things in my game, so if you see me wandering around the environment like a goober, even though I've seen the correct path, it's mostly because I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anything before we go on, and maybe we can't go back, you know? Games sometimes like doing that kind of stuff to you. Was this not the right thing? Or do I need to go up and interact? Get closer. Okay, so now there's fire here. Obviously, it's all in her head. This is not a real thing, but we've activated the fire. So it's now burned the door to open the way.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Frame rate did dip a little bit there while he was talking, but that's okay.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's
It was a
disappeared.
trick.
It
Illusion.
was everywhere. Maybe it was a trick. The pyre. Surtr is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
Well, if he's through there,
How will she
I'm
get
gonna go
through?
over here.
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
I actually think I did the right thing
Northmen
anyways.
tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
It's one of those things I'm pretty sure I stumbled onto the right way of going by avoiding where I thought I needed to go. But it does look like that gate is blocked. We do not have a way to get around that. Maybe we need to do the same thing. Oh, never mind. We have a door right over here we need to go through. I was gonna say, maybe it's the same thing where we need to, like, make the world go on
She needs to
fire.
find it. Another fire sacrifice.
Sacrifice. We will find. Well, let's see. Oh, God. World is darkening.
It's too
See.
far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
Okay. So the voices are telling me to remember, because when we light everything on fire, I'm assuming the smoke is going to be either so thick or the fires are going to be very abundant, where we are going to have trouble seeing where we're
The
going.
Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surtr. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Now the question is, do we need to... Let's see. There's no jump in this game, but could I? No. Do we need to go back the way we came? Going up there, crossing that thing, and doing the whole shebang? Because, like I said, there's no, like, jump. Oh, wait, hold on. We can jump off here and then go back. Okay, that actually works so much better. I was gonna say, going across wooden beams while the whole world is on fire in your mind doesn't sound like a pleasant time. I just hope there's no fighting during this. Having to manage 2 different things would be a lot. Okay, let's get out of here before our mind kills us. Ooh. Okay, it adjusted the camera for me. Gotta get used to that.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Anyone else deeply uncomfortable with this game so far? Raise your hand. So interesting, but also so uncomfortable, you know? Definitely a complete opposite of some of the games I've been playing. Still really cool. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. It's just cool how video games can be whatever they need to be. Alright, so we have another gate that we need to burn. Looks like a very deliberate shape. Anyways. So we're going to need to find these two things. Double triangle and the... Obviously, those are different runes and different symbols that I do not know the actual names of. So forgive my ignorance. I just try my best.
The Northmen
Now,
of Hell worship the
this looks like
Devourers,
it's it.
insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Okay, I believe I remember this one, so we'll go through and get this one done pretty quickly. I think it was fire. It means something with the R. And again, you can kind of tell when you're close to the puzzle by these floating symbols here. Now, is that going to activate the fire? No. We had to find one of the sacrifice spots in order for that to happen. Probably through this door, so we need to remember it's a like pretty much straight shot as soon as we come out the door in order to get to the gate. Hopefully not too many obstacles to get up here. You can imagine this game is all too difficult, per se. But even still, I like knowing about the story that they're trying to tell. No stone. Yeah. No story stones. God, that scream though. Alright, let's see if we can run before... I don't know if the fire can actually consume us or anything of that nature, but like I also don't want to sit around and wait for it to try. Not here to like tempt the gods or anything like that. Especially not the god of fire. Okay, let's not fall into that giant pit of flames there, because her mind will in fact create the burns on her body and probably kill her, even if it doesn't physically happen. I'm running. Oh god. Fight right now? Okay, hopefully not too many guys. Don't let them get behind me. Okay. Thankfully they told me about that. Because I was expecting third rounds for people to be like, oh, come on, dude, I was stuck in there. Dude, that was so rude. I was stuck in an animation when he attacked. Uh-oh, still two. Who's attacking first, guys? I can get multi-attacks, that's pretty nice. I don't think there's anyone behind me, so that's good as well. I think we're good. Let's get out of here. Man, I knew that it was gonna happen. I didn't know, but I had a feeling it was gonna happen, because I probably went through it and subconsciously remembered. But it's still rude as all hell.
Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Man. Senua, what have you gotten yourself, girl? Not good. Is it worth it? Again, I have to wonder, is this a journey to heal herself? Give her own peace of mind? To get answers? Yeah, we have another gate. We need to get the peace symbol for that one. And everything will burn. That will lead over to the sacrifice chamber. A lot of open area around here. Question is why? Oh, that one do I?
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surtr will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Loving this lore, you know? Finding out more about the myths. What they... Some of the stories we don't get to hear, you know? Can I open this? Shortcut. Alright, well, maybe that will come in handy later. Maybe it will. I don't really remember. Again, problem with my brain is I have a very, very short memory span. And even though I have played something less than a year ago, it still pretty much evaporated from my brain. Like, oh, there were 3 symbols this time. Okay. I think I know where that little T is.
Once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surtr. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
See, this is where it's a little tricky sometimes. It's the angles. Other times it's completely dependent on finding the hell you need. Because I'm not quite sure what this one is. How to solve it. It's clearly it's the P. I might be just completely mistaken on what I'm looking at here and what I'm supposed to see out of it. Like, it's probably this one, right? I was used by the flag. I was actually the one who was making a stupid mistake. That looks like it's a red herring, right? Maybe not. Maybe ever. Dude, why would that ever be a symbol? That's where my brain instantly went. And it wasn't. It was something else entirely. No quick way to get down the ladder, unfortunately. Gotta go that slow the whole time. But it's okay. I think the crooked T is in here. Saw this weird little pilot. Actually, it might be. Didn't we already? But no, it was like the midpoint. Okay, never mind. Similar, but the triangle bit was a little bit further down. All right, now the T then. I'm gonna assume it's in this one or somewhere around here. Yeah, this one is the up. The crooked key. Wait, it. Creepy little children voices. I'm not seeing these. Oh, there it is. I think I need to be outside for that one. That's reversed. It's crazy, like these voices never go away. Like I can constantly hear them no matter what I'm doing. And it's making me feel like I'm the crazy one, and maybe that Senua is correct in her thinking. You know? It makes you double guess yourself. Like there's times when I'm off my head, who the hell's talking to me, you know, sort of deal. But then I remembered, oh, that's just the game.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surtr and escape my darkness, then so can you.
You sure about that? I would really love to believe you, but man, I'm kind of freaked out right now, my dude.
Run, Senua! Run through the fire. Keep running. Go on. Nothing will stop you. Run, Senua. Run.
Are you sure? Last time we had enemies to fight. I think we'll be good this time. Don't let your delusions fool you, girl. You'll do it. You'll do it. You'll be fine.
She's dying.
It's empty. It's empty. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
Looks like this was her
I
home.
believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Question is, who is that? Yo, is that Surtr? There he is.
And I will cheer you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
I don't feel comfortable fighting this guy, to be honest with you. I don't feel like I'm ready, but I will try my absolute best. I don't feel like I can block his sword, so I'm not going to try. I'm gonna dodge all the attacks if I can. Or as much as I can. Try to stay behind him all the time, pretty much. that was. Ooh.
Slow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try always dodging. I'm not gonna even attack. Hint. The hell is that? I don't know what the hell that is. I'm not gonna play around with it. Uh-oh. Definitely took damage there that I didn't want to. I hope to God I'm doing this right. I don't know if there's another mechanic. Looks like I'm doing it right. Took damage. Yeah, I feel like blocking his giant... Oh, come on, I'm stuck in an animation there. It's so rude. Come on, game. Give me a sign that I'm doing good. Don't let me die, please. Don't get me stuck in an animation again. Por favor. No, 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 not again. Stay back, stay back, stay back. Focus. How's that? What did I just do? What the hell did I just do? Can I do it again? Is that my power? What the hell am I doing? Hell yeah, Senua, dude. Freaking go. I think that's a symbol that, like, appearing on my butt. And, like, slow down time and stuff. Yo, that's safe, dude. Stay back, stay back. I don't have the powers. I don't have the powers. I don't have focus. I'm trying, but I don't have focus. Trying. I don't have focus. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, okay. I think I messed that one up. Oh, I can get up though. I can get up though. Okay, we got him that time. So I'll save the focus instead of using it hastily like I did last time. I think I'm getting it either based off time fighting him or attacking him. Yeah, it looks like it's attacking. So I'll save those types of things for when he's in his rage mode. I was in the animation. I was in the attack animation. That was my bad. It might help to try to do it again, because I am getting more. Oh, is that it? Fuck you, Surtr. You were one tough son of a bitch. Senua was better. Okay, so she has a focus thing. I wish the game actually told me that. It did like say it in my head, like with the words, but I wish there was prompts. But maybe that was a little too easy, or would take away the
battle won,
immersion.
a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
Right. But what is my quest? What are my answers? What is my truth? Was there anything maybe here? Okay, if I sit on the throne, focus on the throne. No, doesn't seem like it. All right. And Surtr is actually gone too. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's just an illusion of the brain or if she actually fought
Truth was
God.
a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. His spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
Can I get through here? Now the question is, am I going back the way that I came? Like all the way back? Or is there a new path that may have opened up? The bridge might have opened. We might have a more direct path. Bridge does look like it has opened there. Let's go that way then. Because that was the bridge that we couldn't go through before. We had to find a different path. So, that looks like it's more the direct way back. So with the first god dead, does that mean we're going on to the next one, who I can't remember the name of? Like, I don't want to say it was easy. Was it that easy?
And the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Okay, no dark. So they know my true power. They dare not come up. Like, the silent walk back, though. The atmosphere of this game is delicious. I could eat this up all night. Fortunately, I will have to go to bed, but I could eat this up all night long. God. Back into the sunny paradise, where it's like nothing went wrong.
Died before. It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Makes me uncomfortable. The sky's darkening. I'm assuming there's going to be a fight coming up here soon. I probably won't get into this main hall. Whoa, dude, look at those colors on that door. Jesus! He came out of nowhere. This dude is massive with a mace. Not coming. Alright. If there's one dude, there's probably going to be another set after this battle's done. So I had to be prepared for that. I got some of my focus down. Who else is here? You. Is there anyone else? Yep, there's two. I don't see. I'm not focusing on another one, so I think I'm okay. I think it's just these two for now. They won't be that rude. God. Big and angry. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh god. Oh god. I don't like this position. Not comfortable with it. Just not a comfy position to be in. Yep, I should have dodged that. It's okay. It doesn't seem to hurt me, which is nice. It just staggers me. And if we're fighting multiple dudes, that's not going to be fun. Getting staggered. Just getting a bunch of symbols now. Alright, two guys there. Three guys here. Back up, get them all in my range. That's my parry attempt. I could slow down time for sure. No. I'm in a good position. Got this. Ooh. That was a nice one. Wasn't expecting that extra attack. No, I'm stuck! Oh, dude, that's annoying. because I can't choose when I'm doing that animation. It just kind of chooses for me. So it's super uncomfy on that one. Not a huge fan. Uh-oh. And she swings much slower now that she's hurt too. I'm gonna try doing this. It's gonna help me, I think. So the guy died? I think he died. Can't focus on him. Alright, so I used up focus, I got some health back. Ooh, I can parry on that one too. Shield dude? How do? What's this all about? He's got like a shield bash. Okay, I think that's it. That's what the kick is for. It's like a shield bash. Oof. God, he got me on that one, huh? God damn it. I don't know if I can break it though, that's the thing. Like his shield, so he's just a regular guy at the end. Definitely need to focus these guys down first. They're super annoying when we get to that point.
The gate won't open.
She can't get through.
Why
Let's go
not?
to the gate.
She can't.
Why?
She's only done one.
Needs a second test. I just want to go up to this one and see.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
There must be
Yeah.
a gate.
So we have one down, and we need this other.
Valravan, Druth said Valravan.
No, he didn't. She needs to pass the test. The second
Raven?
test.
She can sense the darkness coming.
She has to challenge Valravan.
There must be another
Oh, Raven.
test.
Okay, so there's another test. It seems like we are going through this door. We already knew that. Obviously, we had to defeat the two. I'm actually going to end this episode here. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I need to go fill up my water and stuff. I'll probably come back because I do have like 2 more hours that I could probably squeeze out before I do go to bed for work tomorrow. But I want to thank everyone for joining me. I really do hope you've enjoyed it and are looking forward to some more Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I'll see you all next time. Peace out, and much love to you.